Um, guessing I'm live now. Huh. Hey guys, first off, I'm using the slideshow but from before, but there's some little bit of new pictures here. Reason why is because at first I was going to play Friday the 13th while I talk about this, but that won't feel right for Michael Myers. I mean, I could get on Dead by Daylight, but I don't do like dealing with online players, and be raging through this review. I just got done seeing Halloween Ends. While we went at 5 and we left at like 8 or like 7 or so. Yeah, probably around 8. And now I sit down, watch a couple other people's reviews, and think about this movie. And oh boy, this movie, Halloween Ends, I really, really did try to like it. And overall, I'm not a hater on it, but there is some really great in this movie, and then there's some really bad in this movie. Like, if you're a Laurie Strode fan, you're gonna love this movie most likely. Oh yeah, definitely. I love Laurie Strode. Yes, it was great. But the thing is, I never looked at the Halloween movies as a Laurie Strode movie. In the first one, yes, she is the main character. She's the survivor. But what the main things, and I said this in my last thing about my favorite Halloween movies, in my opinion, the main thing about these Halloween movies is the protagonist, which is Michael Myers, but also Dr. Loomis, his doctor, and then Laurie Strode. All three of them are the center focal points of these trilogy. You have to have at least one of them, and you have to get one of them really well done right. And yes, this movie does get Laurie Strode right, so that is a really good thing about this movie. But Michael Myers in this movie, spoilers by the way, they did not get him right. Like, I mean, they did at certain points because like they kind of answer. A lot of people didn't understand this. Like one of the reviewers didn't understand. They answer why Michael Myers can take so much pain in the last movie, Halloween Kills. If you really listen, what Laurie Strode said at the end, she said every time he kills, spoilers for Halloween Kills, every time he kills, he gets more powerful, and that makes sense. Like, that's why he could take shots and everything. Because if you pay attention to this movie, when, he brings a kid in, and, the young dude or whatever, he brings him into the sewer, and the dude wakes up, and he chokes him, and then looks him into the blackest eyes or whatever, and, like, that guy brings one guy in that sewer again, and he wants Michael Myers to kill him. He's like, come on, get up, because Michael Myers is weak, because of the last events and been 4 years, and he's like frail, and he even gets punched and pushed over by that dude. But then the guy goes like, "Come on, get up." He tries to help him, and Michael Myers stabs the dude at first. But when he stabs that dude, you see Michael Myers powering up. Like, you see him getting back to his older stuff, and then he stabs the dude again. I'm like, yes, Michael Myers is back. And then he even at one point, if you watch the movie, it was spoilers, but like he goes to the doctor's house, and the kid kills the doctor, really cool and brutal, and then he kills the girl, the nurse or whatever, and you see the classic shot, he stabs her and she's on the wall. He does a little classic head turn, and I'm like, oh shoot, Michael Myers is back, and he was stalking his story, Laurie. But then they completely forgot that. Like, then later, if I do recall, he's in the sewer. He went back to the sewers. It's like, why? And the kid's like, you have something that I need. And then he takes off his max. And, oh, yeah, he wrestles around with him and pushes him down like he's weak again. And then takes his max off and says this, oh, so you're just a man in a trick-or-treat max. Just such a disrespectful line for Michael Myers. He's a shape. He's the boogeyman. Everything I was praising him about in the last freaking my favorite Michael Myers movies, literally they just smack you in the face like, he's not the shape. He's not the boogeyman. He's just a man in the max. And definitely they shove that ends in your face in this movie. Just feels super disrespectful to Michael Myers. And one of the reviewers mentions that. I was like, yes, that's exactly how I felt. Because Jesus. And then, like, also top of that one, I just, oh my goodness. Like, I'm trying to like the movie because there's parts I like about it a lot. And then, like, as I think about it more and talk about it more, there's parts I don't like. But also, I just now realized, I don't think it takes all place in one Halloween night, too. about that movie. I did not realize that because I know in the beginning she's talking about making a pie for Halloween, and then at one point I think they said it was Halloween. But yeah, it wasn't really all in one Halloween night, which that ruins it in that way too, because every Halloween movie should take place on Halloween night. And that was multiple nights in that movie. But yeah, you have this new kid that's in this movie. Well, he's not a kid, he's in his 20s. But, he starts off the beginning of the movie, and you feel the Michael Myers essence of it. Like, the fear and everything. So what's going on, because the beginning of the movie took a place year after the events or whatever. And he's babysitting this kid. And it's a really good, it's a good moment, and, like, it leads up to the kid being a real douchey kid, and also pointing out how Michael Myers only kills babysitters. And I would say he kills babysitters that don't take the kids trick or treating, and that's what that dude was doing. But it turns you on your head because he locks the dude in the room, and then the kid's being a real d-bag about it, and the dude starts kicking the door. And the dude started kicking the door. You have to lock the door, locked, kid. Why are you standing right there, you idiot? And the parents walk in, and then he kicks the door and knocks over the kid, and the kid falls to his death. And, he's holding a knife because that's the knife that the kid left on the stairs. It's not bloody, by the way, so my brother's like, oh, it was bloody. And I was like, oh, no, it wasn't. I seen it was actually clean. So I guess that's why, he didn't go for murder. And, by the way, the trailers will trick you. Don't even think that don't expect what you see in the trailers. Even though the trailers had me off a little bit about this movie, but even the opening of this movie had me off. Like the music with Universal and everything. I was like, what? Is this a Halloween movie? What is this? But I do like that pumpkin thing. Sophie?
You're a fucking freak, dude. What's wrong with you?
What? What'd she do? What'd she do?
She's weird.
What'd she do?
She was on the bed.
Hold on. Maybe.
Wanted me to like pet her.
Yeah. Alright, back to my review. Um, yeah, so, I'm not trying to give you a whole summary of this movie, but basically, this kid had a rough, he's 20-year-old, and, it takes years after that incident, and, he's basically supposed to be the next Michael Myers, because, he winds up killing a homeless man, too, and Michael Myers looks him in the eyes, and you see a couple flashes or whatever, flashbacks and stuff, and, like, basically, I like that scene, too, because it's like Michael Myers there's a new thing, I guess. If you look into his eyes long enough, his evilness might rub off on you. But if you're weaker minded, it affect you more. And that kid was weaker minded at the moment. So the blackest eyes, Loomis. Like, come on, they should have played Loomis's freaking line in that movie. But yeah. So him looking into it gave him that type of, you could see it in the actor, like, at moments, like, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's really getting inspired by Michael Myers, but yeah, he kills the homeless man, and he goes off, and winds up killing more people, and even wants Michael Myers to help him, like, that's why he's like, he literally says, like, show me how's it meant to be done, and, I feel like it felt like if Michael Myers had a son, or a protege, which was really cool. But then the kid disrespects Michael Myers by taking his mask off and saying that to him. It's like, what? And then Michael Myers gets cool, sits up cool, like, I'm like, yes, but then you don't see him till the end of the movie. I'm like, what? Like, really, if you're a Michael Myers fan, like, I really, really are, like, you really love Michael Myers, you're gonna be like, what the freak? The audio streaming curve, she's what is lower. What? Hold on. The audio streaming curve, she's what is lower. Never mind. Don't. I'm not gonna pay attention to that, I guess. The audio streaming curve is lower than the recommend. Oh, whatever. I'm not listening to that. But yeah. So he's in. This kid had like a whole love story with the daughter too, by the way. And you know, Laurie Strode liked the kid at first, but then sees the Michael Myers in his eyes and this guy. And you really think he's gonna be the next Michael Myers? And I was down for that. Like, okay, a new face carrying on the trilogy, but you're ending off Michael Myers movie right here, and that doesn't be too Michael Myers running around this movie or whatever. But yeah, this I don't know. I just don't. It's just that ending is just wraps your head around. Cause they focus on this dude through the whole movie, and you think he's gonna be the next Michael Myers. Well, at least I did, and I was down for it. And they're taking bold decisions with that, but he winds up just killing himself to make Laurie seem like she did it. But what? Like, daughter already knew. Like, at first she thought, but then she knew Laurie. It wasn't Laurie. Knew he was killing people too. It's like,
Watch out for her.
so it feels pointless. This whole thing of you watching this kid and all that type of stuff, it's pointless. And him being Michael, he's not the new Michael Myers. Pointless. So what was he here for? That was pointless. And I liked it. And I was liking the idea what he's going with. And also, by the way, he stabbed himself in the throat, but then Michael Myers finished him off. And I thought at first, Michael Myers was going to help him get up or something. I don't know. It's just a lot of weird decisions they made with certain things. And they disrespect Michael Myers to the fullest. And for people that don't care about Michael Myers, or those horror fans that go like, oh, why don't you just kick Chucky in the throat? You could just kick him. Or like, why don't kill Jason like this? Or kill Michael Myers like this? He's just a man in meth. You're going to love this movie because they disrespect him to the fullest. Like, yes, he had a cool little scene with Laurie, but like he is stabbed in the hand, and the other hand, refrigerator on the legs, and then throat slice. Still didn't kill him. Showing that he's powerful. What? Then I guess he finally died or whatever. And then they say, let's make sure he's dead by time on the roof of the car. And driving him down the street for all Haddonfield to see. And throwing him in a meat grinder. Or whatever that thing was. Like literally shoving it down her face. And it was just overdone. They pushed the ends part in your face too much. Like, no, that's not what you do. That's not. I was expecting him and Laurie to go out together, because that's how it should have went. But it did the opposite. It was another Laurie Strode kills Michael Myers. We seen that already in H2O, even though it's fake up, but still, if you don't pay attention to the next movie, that's basically what happens. It's just. They disrespect the man, like. And on top of that, Laurie Strode says that you're not the boogeyman, you're just a man. To have Laurie say that to Michael Myers? It's fucking stupid, because I wanted them to basically get these newer viewers, or the people that didn't ever understand the mystery, and us that went the answer this mystery. Why is he called the boogeyman? Show us really why. Or like, Laurie Strode explain why you call him the boogeyman. She doesn't, because she says right to his face, you're not the boogeyman. And it's very upsetting. Oh, hello. It's very upsetting. Did you see how Halloween ends? Because if you didn't, don't watch this later after Halloween ends. I'm just telling you that right now. But yeah, that was very upsetting. And yeah, I'm doing the same slideshow as the last stream. If you watched that, then yeah, you get the same slash. I was gonna play Dead by Daylight, but then I'll be raging. And I'm trying to do this review, and I got work tomorrow, so I just did a little slideshow there. Nice to see you drop by, but this movie, man, I really do want to like it. Like my brother at the end of the movie, my older brother, he likes Michael Myers a lot. He said this is the worst one. I don't think it's the worst one. I think there's a lot of other ones that are worse than this, but it's could be one of them one day if I don't know, because you barely get Michael Myers in this movie at all. Like literally, he's probably like only like 4 or 5 scenes, probably only 3 to be honest. And every scene he's in, he gets mistreated. Like there's only one really good stream. It was great. I had fun going to see Halloween Ends today. And I did like that opening scene with the pumpkins, you know. And this is my first time seeing a Halloween movie in theaters. I seen Halloween Kills in the drive-in, so that's great. But just leaving the theaters and that movie ending just left a sour taste in my mouth. And also the song at the end, like the end scene song. Why? Where is that classic Halloween theme? Dun, 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 or whatever, you know, like where's that at? Sitting in the beginning when they start playing the Universal stupid thing, and then they do hit it though with the pumpkins. That's the only time. But yeah, overall though, I still say it's somewhat of a good movie because they did have good ideas where they was going, even though they stopped those ideas, and they has good visuals, and there's a little bit of callbacks. Like, you know, if you've seen the movie, then you know what I'm talking about, and go see it. Or, well, maybe wait till it's on a streaming website or Blu-ray. I'm definitely gonna get it still, but you know, where she grabs the sewing needle and you think she's gonna stab him in the throat, just like the first movie, but you know, he stops it. But that's really cool. Callbacks. Also, I think that's another callback to Halloween H2O, where he's trying to put her hand in the drainer, just like, you know, when the kid was grabbing the one thing out the drainer. H2O, and Mike Myers is right there, so I guess that's a callback. There's a little bit of this stuff, so that's appreciated. It's really a Laurie Strode movie, and they did a really good job on Laurie Strode. But Mike Myers, on the other hand, no, they did not really do a good job with Mike Myers. But like I said, there was really, like, you really want to get the shape done right. Like, this actor did a great job, and I love Halloween Kills. If you see my favorite Halloween movies, and 2018, because Mike Myers was just a BA. He's such a badass in that movies, even though he's an old man. But like, just so much stuff you want to see of him, maybe Mike Myers, and like the callbacks to the original movie, and also even taking us back into the original movie and Halloween, the original movie. And like, when I was watching this, I was like, man, what, are we ever gonna get a movie that's better than the first Halloween? Probably never. When I was watching this, but yeah, it just let me down. And I probably could go on more about this, but really, I don't know. I ain't got really much other stuff to say. And they did bring back people from the last 2 movies, but we didn't see nothing about Loomis. And also the cop guy. What's up with that? Why haven't we seen barely anything about him besides him with Lloyd? That whole weird thing. And it's like, did they get together? We don't know, because we're never. That's the end of these movies. And then the granddaughter leaving Highfield. Who cares? Because we're never gonna see the end of like, she's living by herself. Okay, I guess she's gonna be alone for the rest of her life, or be with a new family, and leave her grandmother in the past, and how that feels just to pass away. It's supposed to be happy, and like also they do this callback to the very first movie where, you know, you're like, oh, where's Michael Myers at? And they show the shots around the areas. They do that, but there is no Michael Myers. It smacks on the Laurie's thing. And this movie left me mixed feelings and a bad taste in my mouth. Justin!
What?
Come here real quick. But I'm gonna let Justin tell his little quick thoughts on it. Oh my goodness, like, yeah, this. Really, Mom? Stream my video. Don't mind my mom, by the way. Alright, give your quick thoughts on Halloween Ends.
It was good.
Get close to the mic, because they couldn't hear you in the last video.
It was good. Certain parts I didn't like the ending. Spoilers, the ending. When they grind his body like meat. Didn't got that much kills. I wanted more kills in the movie. I want more kills in the movie. And, I thought it was gonna end with Laurie Strode was about to kill Michael Myers, like them both was about to die. That's why I thought it was gonna end that.
Ow! Don't bite me on my nose, you asshole. Stop, Sophie. Go ahead, Jess.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. But honest is good. I think it's good or okay for it. The film.
It's really Laurie
Excellent
Strode
show.
was the good thing about this movie.
Yes, it was.
But there's no Loomis, and Michael Myers is disrespect. They disrespect Michael Myers.
Yeah.
So if you like Laurie Strode, you're gonna love this movie.
All right, come to the room.
But if you like the other two, you're not, right, Jess?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, that's the end of this dang stream. So if you watch all the other point, I appreciate it, and if you like the video, I appreciate it.
Shut your door.
And comment what you think about the movie. I know there's gonna be a lot of people that probably love it, hate it, and